Okay, let's see where to start.
Please stand by for a very important announcement.
I have got a serious case of the Monday.
Y'all ready for the big show?
I hate Mondays.
I don't work Mondays.
Say what?
Talk about a case of the Monday.
Listen, I say we don't air this show.
What are you talking about?
As they say in Hollywood, the show must go on.
It's Monday Madness.
This is the show for you.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Clint Eastwood's movie American Sniper ignited the American holiday weekend box office, leaving January records behind as it made a stunning $90.2 million in just 3 days. That total easily topped the previous January high, James Cameron's Avatar, at $68 million in 2010. Warner Brothers estimates that American Sniper will make $105 million over the 4-day Martin Luther King weekend, which would be another record. Seems everyone I know has the flu right now. Well, maybe this is why. Officials say more than 3/4 of the people who got this season's flu shot could get the virus anyway because of a mismatch between the flu strains covered by the shot and those actually causing illness in people. An interim report found the shot was only 23% effective overall, a performance about in line with what the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention predicted last year. At the time, they warned that the predominant flu virus, influenza A, H3N2, had, quote, drifted or changed genetically since the shot was made. Not exactly sure what all that means, but please, people in charge, would somebody take control of this situation? Hey, the Chicago Cubs announced that the Wrigley Field bleachers will not be ready for the start of the season. You know, sort of like the Chicago Cubs. Bette Midler tweeted that she dropped her iPhone into the toilet, dried it with rice, then saw a worm crawl out of it. All of which perfectly illustrates why this highly inspirational woman continues to be the wind beneath my wings. A Virginia state lawmaker was reelected despite being in jail. He actually took the oath of office wearing an ankle monitor. You know, now that I think about it, that's not a bad idea for all politicians. A couple in Maryland is being investigated by Child Protective Services for allowing their 10-year-old and 6-year-old kids to walk home alone from a park 1 mile away. Authorities report that the kids also were not wearing reflective vests, helmets, or safety goggles. Chipotle has suspended the use of pork in its U.S. restaurants because of the ill treatment pigs were receiving from one of the chain's suppliers. But just as soon as they can find a farm that is gentle and kind, they'll go back to killing pigs and sticking them in your tacos. A new study finds that people who work extra hours are more likely to drink more. Of course they do. They work overtime just to pay for the drinks. A correction to an earlier story, the Chinese man who had his penis cut off twice by his wife was actually named Fan Lung, and his wife's name is Feng Lung. Their names were not No Wang and Dick Hack as reported earlier. We apologize for that error. Last week, a Delta flight from Cleveland to New York took off with just 2 passengers, and there still wasn't enough room for their luggage in the overhead bins. To combat possible intruders, an Alabama middle school is asking parents to arm their kids with an 8-ounce can of food. Only Americans could find a way to weaponize creamed corn. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out the Being Frank Show starring Frank D'Angelo live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. here on NSS.